Welcome to SUAANGAN. I'm your host, Janine Blank. On today's program, we bring it to Yellowknife, Northwest Territories, where we visit with 3 RCMP officers of the G Division, Corporal Wayne Norris and his brother, Constable Adolphus Norris, and Constable Colin Allen Jr. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police is a national police service and an agency of the Ministry of the Solicitor General of Canada. The RCMP is unique in the world since it is a national, federal, provincial, and municipal policing body.
The RCMP is Canada's national police service, proud of our traditions and confident in meeting future challenges. We commit to preserve the peace, uphold the law, and provide quality service in partnership with our communities.
We will be a progressive, proactive, and innovative organization, provide the highest quality service through dynamic leadership, education, and technology in partnership with the diverse communities we serve, be accountable and efficient through shared decision-making, ensure a healthy work environment that encourages team building, open communication, and mutual respect, promote safe communities, and demonstrate leadership in the pursuit of excellence. The employees of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police are committed to our communities through unbiased and respectful treatment of all people, accountability, mutual problem solving, cultural sensitivity, enhancement of public safety, partnerships and consultation, open and honest communication, effective and efficient use of resources, quality and timely service.
Corporal Wayne Norris, his brother Constable Adolphus Norris, and Constable Colin Allen Jr. are 3 members of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police that are proud to serve in the G Division in Yellowknife and Hay River, Northwest Territories. All 3 members are Inuvialuit beneficiaries that were born and raised in the Inuvik region. Corporal Wayne Norris is in the Aboriginal Policing Section of G Division.
Presently stationed in Community Aboriginal Policing in G Division headquarters in Yellowknife. I've been with the RCMP for 15 and a half years now. I've done all my service in the territories, originally from Inuvik. I did about 8 years out of Inuvik and Aklavik, starting in 1986.
I think the biggest reason I joined the RCMP was it's a good career. I'm guaranteed a wage for however length of time I'm in the RCMP. I worked with the oil companies in town here, and I did that for 4 seasons, and I didn't see myself going anywhere. Then I got a job with Transport Canada, and I worked there for 2 years. And then this opportunity came up, and I thought about it for a long time. And so I put in an application, and about 8 months later, they gave me a call and said that I'd been accepted. So that was where it all started.
I have a wife and 3 children. I'm the second oldest of 6. My parents are Fred and Eunice Norris. I have 3 sisters and 2 brothers. My 2 brothers are also in the RCMP. They're both younger than me. Adolphus is stationed in Yellowknife Detachment, and Dino is stationed in Vancouver. He's in charge of Aboriginal recruiting for all of British Columbia in Vancouver headquarters. I've been in my position as the Aboriginal Policing Coordinator for the RCMP in G Division. I work very closely as a coordinator with the Aboriginal groups, detachments within the NWT, coordinating crime prevention programs. I've been in this position for just over a year. Prior to this, I was stationed in Hay River, where I did 3.5 years service on detachment, general duty policing. Since I was promoted to corporal in Yellowknife, basically my role is as a coordinator is primarily administrative, creating programs, coordinating programs that deal with crime prevention within the communities. I work very closely and try to be a resource to the detachments. We have 33 communities in NWT. There's 20 detachments, approximately 160 regular members in the territories. And of that, there's approximately 26 Aboriginal regular members, as well as we have civilian members and public servants, which make up roughly about, including those, about 200 employees with the RCMP in the territories. So, in my section, community policing, there's a sergeant that's my immediate supervisor. We have a drug awareness coordinator, Corporal Charlotte Joa. She's Aboriginal from Fort Smith. She coordinates drug awareness programs within the territories. We're just in the process of creating a restorative justice position, which received financial approval with our contracting partner, which began April 1st, 2002. That position being newly created hasn't been filled yet, but it's being looked at for being staffed with also an Aboriginal corporal.
We asked Constable Norris to tell us about a regular day as an RCMP officer.
I've been here for approximately a year. I work for detachment, and I work on all kinds of investigations. General duty work, and so far it's been as I expected. You fly by the seat of your pants. There's all types of work here.
Constable Colin Allen Jr. serves in the Hay River Detachment.
My parents are Colin and Rita Allen. I'm from Inuvik, and I have 6 sisters in my family, and my wife Wanda is currently in Hay River, and our daughter Danielle. It was interesting. I graduated at the age of 21. With a little bit of encouragement from my sisters, that was the most important thing, was graduation, because nowadays with any employment, there's probably a minimum of grade 12 education.
When SUAANGAN returns after these messages, we'll bring you more of our visit with Colin Jr., Wayne, and Adolphus. We're back with our visit with Colin Allen Jr., Adolphus Norris, and Wayne Norris. What made these 3 men decide to become RCMP officers?
I have had, I guess, somewhat lucky growing up in Inuvik. I had a close friendship with Merle Carpenter, who's also a regular member in the RCMP. His father, who I developed a fairly close relationship with, had a strong influence on myself deciding to look at the RCMP as a career. I started out, when I started looking at it, I looked at at the time was the Special Constable program, which is where I started, and I did that for just over 2 years. And then I looked at the regular member program and was promoted just after about 2 years. And I guess with that, my two brothers, Adolphus and Dino, I guess, both had the same right kind of influences, because they were both interested in joining the RCMP and did so.
I guess 2 years I was doing a summer student program with the RCMP in Inuvik, and that's what made me interested in joining the force. And after graduation, I didn't meet the requirements to become a constable, but over time there was another opportunity given for me to pass the exam, at which I did, and that's when I went to training in 1999. It was the basic training requirements for the RCMP to become a constable. We had to do police defensive tactics, how to defend yourself, firearms. We had to pass basic firearms qualifications. We had to learn how to maintain a file, and a lot of physical activities. Yeah.
What were the most enjoyable?
The most enjoyable? It was the firearms. We have to qualify in rifles. We have to qualify with the 9mm.
What were the most challenging?
It was the most challenging was probably getting the court duties. Our instructors were the court persons, but it was different being in the court setting, and it made it interesting. We went back to Inuvik to marry my wife, Wanda, and then we transferred to Hay River, which is where I'm still currently posted.
How many members are serving Hay River?
There's 14 members currently in Hay River, 8 on detachment. And
We asked Constable Norris to tell us about a regular day as an RCMP officer.
General duty, we perform many tasks at the constable level, where we have uniformed and non-uniformed members performing duties, enforcing the criminal code, the traffic. We enforce bylaws. We assist other agencies here in Yellowknife, social services. We have municipal enforcement members here in Yellowknife detachment, or in Yellowknife, where we assist them. We enforce the Liquor Act, the Motor Vehicle Act, and we also work closely with other sections here at Yellowknife Detachment. For example, we have a general investigation section, a GI section, and they assist us in involving our investigation to where they can assist by continuing an interview, because at times we don't have the time, and they have the time and the expertise to complete properly an interview. And they also assist, obviously, at the crime scene, where we get a serious assault. Obviously, evidence is even at the crime scene, and so general investigation section, certainly can assist with their taking professional photographs of the crime scene, and again, following up, helping us, the general duty members, with interviews, because that's a big process, big part of our investigation. In any investigation, they have the expertise. They're guided by a very experienced corporal, and they perform where we sometimes we don't have the time or the experience to, and so they guide us there, and obviously they assist a great deal. And to give you another example, if we have a client obviously complaining about money in regards to a big theft, we have a section here who can assist us in that area. So we basically start off initiating most of the investigations, and we call in the appropriate sections and the members that can help. Again, we have another, for example, we have IDENT section. They can assist us with B&Es by obviously evidence gathering at the crime scene, being that they're more technically trained in that area, in that field of work, identification gathering and fingerprinting. So we work closely with other sections here at Yellowknife Detachment, and you know, we obviously we can tell when things come together. It shows in court, right from the first response, usually the general duty members, right to the IDENT people, to GIS. You know, we all work as a team, and we again, it's all about evidence gathering and investigating appropriately and properly through the course of investigation. And that might take us to a forensic lab in Edmonton, or it might just, for us general duty members, asking for assistance from IDENT section or GIS section here at Yellowknife Detachment.
When SUAANGAN returns after these messages, we'll visit more with the 3 RCMP officers of the G Division. We're back with our visit with Colin Allen Jr., Adolphus Norris, and Wayne Norris.
Constable Colin Allen Jr. serves in the Hay River Detachment. We asked him to tell us about his posting in Hay River.
A regular week in Hay River, Hay River's nice and laid back. It's almost the same size as Inuvik, and which makes it enjoyable. We're on a 6-week rotation, and it's probably seven nights, 2 days off, 6 days, 3 days off, and it's all majority nights, and our shifts are 8 hours a day. I would check my current investigations to see what to do with them, and see if there is grounds for a charge, or do some statements, take statements, because that's our means of a charge, is to get a statement, and it's usually a victim that we have to get the statement from.
All 3 brothers are RCMP members. We asked if they've been a support system for each other.
Well, yes, I guess growing up, but it's been 15 years now, and we all, except for just this last year, we've all been living in different places, you know, pursuing our careers. Dino was in Inuvik, Yellowknife, Ottawa, and now in BC. I've been in 4 communities, and this is my 5th posting. I was here in Yellowknife on detachment years ago, and then I got the opportunity to come back in a different role, and certainly am enjoying it as I guess having the opportunity to take some of my experiences that I've gained throughout the years working in the North and working with the people of the North, and being able to have an idea of some of the issues that are going on in the communities, and for both the communities and the RCMP, and in my position, hopefully be able to with that understanding, help out and have an idea of, you know, the direction that we should be going in, and what worked for me, and hopefully make a difference. So.
I hope that you've listened carefully, as it's time for SUAANGAN's Question of the Week. Jeanette Statz is the Director of Finance here at the Inuvialuit Communication Society, and she has your question for you.
Which community does Constable Colin Allen Jr. serve in?
Give us a call with your answer tomorrow between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. The answers will be drawn for Manhattan. The winner will be contacted, so we'll need your name, your phone number, and your address. One lucky winner will receive an Inuvialuit Communication Society travel mug, an ICS pin, pen, pencil, and a VHS copy of SUAANGAN's 2001 Bloopers program that was co-hosted by Roy Ipana and Iplan Harry. Production assistance for this program was provided by Norterra Incorporated. If you'd like to contact us, our mailing address is Post Office Box 1704, Inuvik, Northwest Territories, postal code X0E0T0. Our phone number is 867-777-2320. Our fax number is 867-777-2744. That was our program for this week. Thank you for watching SUAANGAN. I'm your host, Janine Blake, and I'll see you next week.